great. And I know that, so many of us have heard about Weight Watchers and, things like that. Do you need to be on Weight Watchers to join, or you're your own entity, right?
Right, we are our own entity, and we do have a lot of people that are on Weight Watchers that come and join us. I would say 25 or 30% perhaps.
Wow.
Because they learn a lot of, starting. And but that there are, a lot of things that they learn through our classes that they can incorporate with what they're already doing, if that's what they're comfortable doing. We completely support that.
Yes.
We completely support any kind of program that is healthy. So.
Well, that's great. So it's not like you're tabooing anybody else that's trying another alternative.
No.
People are so different that we need to look at different alternatives. One size doesn't fit all anymore. One person that might be in Weight Watchers just might need that little extra edge of learning some of the valuable tips that you give during your class. So,
right.
Yeah.
And that's what they've said. And a lot of them, learning the importance of protein. Maybe that's something that's not necessarily something that they've learned in previous classes, depending on what coach that they've had, but also the points of water, and fiber and all those different aspects. So we have 12 weeks of learning of many different areas.
Yeah.
And then the accountability too.
Yeah, the best part about our class, at least what we hear, the feedback we hear, is the accountability. You need to come to class. You need to show up to class and you weigh in. And sometimes knowing that every week you're going to come and you're going to weigh in gives you that incentive to keep going.
Yeah.
And if you slip a little during the week, you remember, oh no, I've got to go weigh in on Monday. And everybody in class, they kind of become a team too, and they encourage each other. That's why we start every class after the initial class. Every class is started with everybody who's lost weight standing up. And then we do a countdown.
Right.
And we find out who lost the most weight, and then they stand up and they share with everyone the changes that they made and what the difference was for their week that helped them to reach that goal.
Yeah, they're 2 minutes of fame. I know.
Yes, it's fun.
Yeah, and they all get a prize, I noticed.
Oh, they do.
You hand out the little basket and let them pick out their prize for the week. That's really great. Well, we were talking about individuality, and I know that, a problem that my girlfriend had versus a problem that I may have. And we're looking at common problems that people have, and it sounds like you individualize this, very well. And I wanted to address that, the common problems, and you take us each individually and you help us point out some things that would benefit us on that, if you wanted to kind of share that with our viewers too.
Sure. One of the first things that we talk to people about and we equip them with is a food log.
Okay.
And so before we have our one-on-one appointment, we have them keep track of everything that they're eating, everything that they're drinking, and also making comments about how they're feeling at the time. Are they really hungry? Do they have a headache? Do they feel dizzy? Those kinds of things. And then also indicating any type of exercise that they might be doing, so that they're equipped when we come for that one-on-one appointment. We can take a look at that and see where they may want to think about some adjustments in order to match their goals. And funny, some of the things that we find are actually people are not getting enough calories or enough of the right nutrition into their bodies in order to actually have their bodies start, shedding the excess weight and getting to their optimal weight.
Well, I remember one gentleman, he was working out, and he was working out, I believe, 2 or 3 times a day. Remember this story? And he wasn't losing any weight, and you consulted with him, and you told him, and he was shocked to hear that he was not taking in enough food. And then he started to take in more food, and he lost more weight.
Yes.
It's happened with several of our several of our entrants. They have found, they've come to us and said, we've stopped losing weight. And then I say, bring back that food log. Let's go over it. Let's see what you're tracking. And women, we encourage never to go below 1,200. Well, this person was at maybe 1,000 to 1,100 and working out.
Oh, wow.
And I said, go back, put in the protein and the vegetables, just get your calories up. And she did, and came back and lost 2 to 3 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Just to have you critique it a little bit, that benefited her so much.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize that your body, if you're not getting the proper nutrition, the proper proteins, the waters, that your body will actually go into a starvation mode. So as you're consuming now, it just goes right into stores. So that we talk about that, and that's why it's so critical about breakfast too.
Absolutely. Yeah. We are a big proponent of breakfast within 30 to 45 minutes of waking up, and have it be protein.
Okay.
Protein involved. It's one of the first things we teach participants when they join our class.
So you're going to give away all the secrets?
Oh.
No?
Oh, yeah.
Just kidding. But that is a big one. So if you're listening, that is
Yes.
a big one that we do talk about each week, that it's really important. A lot of times people in this busy, you know, they're just so busy with life that they just race out of that door forgetting to eat breakfast.
Right.
And that's one of the most important things to do, to set your body's metabolism for the day.
Yeah.
So that is one
Yeah,
of our
it's
secrets.
been amazing when people first join the class and they aren't losing the weight, and we go back to the breakfast. We go back to the breakfast, and then they start eating their breakfast, and then they start losing the weight.
Yeah.
You know, the body needs to feel fed in order to feel comfortable to shed the extra pounds.
Right, it's amazing. And it seems sometimes that, you know, you have to actually look at the cost of the fruit and the vegetables, and you'll eat less throughout the day if you eat the beneficial foods instead of, you know, grabbing that sugar right away in the morning and trying to keep on that sugar high all day.
Right.
Yeah, and that's why we encourage protein at breakfast. That kind of sets your blood sugars for the day.
Yeah, that's great.
Yep.
Well, I know that you guys don't want to give out all your secrets because we want everyone to sign up along with that. But what are your top 3 pieces of advice? And I know the one, of course, was the breakfast. But so how can these be incorporated in people's lives, you know, as we speak now today?
Well, what we both do is we both start our mornings with protein shakes.
Okay.
They're really quick. So that's one of the common answers that people give. I don't have time for a breakfast. I need to get the kids to school. I need to get to work. I need to do all these things. We do advocate at least, you know, get your protein in, and, you know, you can do that within about 2 minutes to get a protein shake in. Take a nice multivitamin, at least get your body set for the day.
Right.
So that's number one, and it really literally takes about 2 minutes to do that. And other people will do, you know, like a nice bowl of oatmeal or something. That doesn't take so long, but that's really what your body needs is a nice protein breakfast. We usually tell people start out with about 25 grams in the morning of protein to get your body going, good multivitamin. So that would be the one thing that we really address. The other thing,
Well, my favorite.
your favorite.
Yeah, everybody in the class knows my favorite.
Yes, do tell.
I asked everyone the other day, raise your hand if you're tired of me talking about water.
Yes, I knew you'd do that. I knew that was going to be yours.
And they all just laughed and raised their hand, but they do appreciate it too, because, you know, you should be drinking, you know, this is one of our big secrets, because I'll give the formula out, but you should be drinking half your body's weight in ounces of water a day.
Okay.
So if you're a 200-pound person, you should be drinking 1,000 or 100 100 ounces of water a day. And in the class would look at me, you know, right in the beginning, they're all thinking, oh, we get enough water. And I said, you know, fill a pitcher, you know, fill the pitcher with half your body weight in water, and then drink that pitcher throughout the day, and then reassess. And so many people came back and said, you're right, we weren't drinking enough water.
Wow.
Yeah, so water is absolutely critical.
And we talked a little bit about right now the stressful environment that we have. And I know that a lot of people have a tendency to eat when they're stressed a lot. And I just wanted you to maybe go into that might be a problem with weight, being stressed out.
Right. It's really, it can really play into that whole, it's really a factor to that. A lot of times, you know, people that are stressed or really feeling busy may race out of the house without breakfast, which is my number one, right? And then when you think about it, you know, they're busy, they go right to work. There may be a plate of donuts at work, right? And so feed that hunger. It lasts for, how long would you say a donut will last you? Maybe 15 minutes
Not
at most?
very long before you crash.
Yeah, you get the sugar, the you know, the spike in your blood sugar.
Spike down,
Yep, spike down. You were so busy you didn't pack a lunch, so where do you go for lunch?
Fast food.
Fast food, right? High fats, not doing your body any good, empty calories.